Good
Morning.
morning.
Ah, welcome.
It's so quiet.
It was technical difficulties.
Everything's on. Yes, there's a little button that says mute. I got to turn that off. Okay, welcome. Welcome. Thanks for coming. Now, I'm just seeing something now. What is the date today? There's the question. Oh, it is
Today's the 5th.
okay.
It was just there. There we go.
Right. I just want to make sure I got that right. June 5th, 2024. Let's talk real estate. And let's get right into it. So Pride Month, among other things, it's a busy month for being the month of,
That's right.
because don't forget, as important as this is, that it's National Homeownership Month and some other things. As Father's Day is this month.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
There's a lot going on here in June.
it's an important month. It really is.
Yeah, lots of real estate going on too.
Yes.
Yes, there is.
It's been very busy.
So we have an announcement for those here and those at home. There is a new merger in town at Century 21 North Star. That's us. Has merged with Century 21 Best Realty in Coos Bay, Oregon. And I want to welcome those agents to our family. And I look forward to a long future with them. And so we're getting off to a good start. We're talking. Kung and I went down there Friday, and Nick, yes,
Yes, and
there were
me.
three of us. Okay, there, and we had great conversation with a lot of good agents, and we're working through that transition right now. And
So you have coastal agents to refer and be a part of if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, well, Nick, tell us about Coos Bay.
Well, it's a wonderful mid-Oregon coast town. It's very historic. And I'm excited. They're going to freshen it up a little bit. That office was slightly dated as far as the physical layout, so I'm excited about its future.
Well, that's true. Yes, it was that office is a great example. Well, the office is going to be modernized. Let's just put it that way.
Right.
And have the latest technology and have the new things.
Coos Bay is home to the dunes, the beach dune region of the state. And so that's exciting.
Very good. So welcome Best Realty agents to Century 21
Yes.
North Star. And what I want to talk about today, just a couple of things to get us on track, because we're approaching, we're approaching July 1st, which is one half of the year gone. So let's think about some very basic things. And the most basic thing is you and your mindset. So think about this. These are qualities of a highly productive agent, and think about them as I read them. How do you rate yourself on each one of these issues, of these items? So high quality productive agents, they have a 100% belief in themselves and in what they do. And they manage to keep that every day throughout the day as they go along in their career. They absolutely believe in what they do. They don't do it halfway. They are a realtor. That's what they do. And they know the forms, they know the law, they know the markets, they know how to work with people. They've completely bought into that. And you see that with other professions. You see a doctor where that person is a doctor to their core and nothing else. These agents are constantly upgrading their image, stay contemporary, stay pertinent, and go with the flow. When I see that image, I think, are you talking about the photograph on the business card that's 30 years old? No, it's a lot more than that. It's it's the company you work for and the reputation of the company and the image of the company, and then how you run your own personal business. They maintain a strong, upbeat, positive attitude. That's not always easy to do. I appreciate everybody here because we try to reinforce that as much as we can. We try to maintain that ourselves, myself and your manager. Always have a positive attitude. So when everything around them is going crazy, they stay strong. So they have the maturity of a professional. You know, things go crazy around you, and a seasoned professional has seen all of that before. Like a doctor has seen the ER before on a rough night. And that's the person that has to keep everything strong. You do that by remaining stronger than the total strength of your opposition. Be stronger than everything that's happening around you that's negative. These agents have a forceful, direct approach. And one example of that is using the 5-point listing presentation. And you've all heard me talk about that. And that is all about taking control of the situation. I'll use the doctor analogy again. The doctor has got to be in total control of that environment and call all of the shots. And that's what a good realtor does. Look your customer in the eye. That shows confidence. That shows that you're connected. Don't stare them down. There's a whole science to that, but do look at them. Do look at them. Do not avoid eye contact. The great agents have a high expectation of their clientele. They won't work with anybody. They won't suffer fools. They won't drive around in circles for somebody who's not does not have the motivation to do what they've stated they want to do. And that's a sign of a mature business, is to be able to filter your clients for the ones you know are worth working with. These agents have tremendous energy, and that often goes along with exercising and eating and sleeping well and things like that. And we do talk about things like that as well. But you have to bring the energy to the business. And they somehow have endless enthusiasm. They believe it's going to happen, and it does happen. So think about where you fall on each one of those points and what you might want to think about and what you might want to try to improve upon. And then just to get very basic, this is like real estate 101. It's the first thing I talk about when I meet a new agent. It's think about ways to let's look at ways to implement those talents by looking at 4 paths to a listing. Where do you get your business? That's the thing I always ask first. So how to get it? You can pay for it. You can pay for marketing. You can pay for advertising. You can pay for direct mail. That is one method of doing it. You can pay for leads. You can use technology and social media. And that is another way. It does take time. It does take money and other resources. You can wait for people to call. After you've sent out a direct mail, you can sit and wait for the phone to call, or you can do floor time, or you can, basically that's what you're doing. If you've done the other 2 methods on top, is now it's hurry up and wait for something to happen from that. The 4th one, of course, is going out and finding it. And whether that's making a cold call to a neighborhood, whether it's doing an open house and circle prospecting the neighborhood, or whether it's being a part of volunteer organizations, or however you meet people, that's going out and finding it. That is actually making contacts with real people. And we all know that going out and finding it leads to the best results. And the question then, what are you going to do to ensure the best second half of this year as you possibly can? All right, let's take advantage of the new year. What's expected to be a great real estate market, what's proving to be a great real estate market this year. We're going to sell 4 million houses in the United States, not Century 21, but all realtors. And remember to treat your business like a business, because that's what it is. That's what it is. Let's go through our listings. All right. First of all, the number is up again, 28 listings. Congratulations. I like to see that. Kung, what's happening new in Portland?
Agents are staying busy, but they're not scheduled to close until later this month. We are still having agents uh, handing in submitting offers. It's getting a little more competitive out there, but we're still working, and I'll keep you guys updated as soon as we have news to announce.
So competitive, you mean we got multiple buyer situations,
Yep,
multiple offers?
exactly.
Ooh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll have to do more training on that soon. How to keep a list of multiple offers. So
sure.
very good. Very good. How's Washington?
Well, it is doing really well. Last week, Stephen Burright put his 1.5 million in escrow. His listing in Washougal went pending. Jen, brand new listing in on Beacon Hill went pending. Also, she sold a house in Vancouver to one of her clients, and I have a new listing coming today. It's going to be like almost 4,000 square feet. I'll be holding it open on Saturday, 12 to 2, in Ridgefield, Washington. It's a newer home. It has like 4 bedrooms, and it was funny. My photographer texted me and he said, their bonus room upstairs is as big as my house. So it's gonna be a good one. I'm hoping to get another agent in there with me because it's so big. Maybe 2. It's a big house, and I'd like to start doing open houses because I think buyers are gonna like those. So they don't have to sign a contract to go see a house. They can just go in and look. So this is something that is going to become more and more popular. I haven't done open houses in I don't know how long, but I'm going to attempt it this weekend. So that's good. And let's see, closings, we have 1 this week and several next week and several the week after that in Washington. So things are going good.
All right, very good. You've got 2 here. You have this Northeast
Yeah.
151st. You've got that market
Yes.
new.
Yes, it just came on the market last week. And I've got 1 offer, and I'm hoping to get another offer by the end of today. We have 3 more showings today. Rebecca held that open last week. It was a good open house. She had quite a few people through. So yeah, it's a really, really cute. What's really nice about this house is downstairs, there's like another like living quarters. So you could use it as a multi-generational. It's getting a lot of attention. Some people have thrown out really stupid offers to us, which we're not taking. Also want to encourage agents, just because you don't have an offer in the first day or 2 doesn't mean you're not going to get a good offer. So hold out for what your clients need, because it's just the nature of the market right now. Some buyers think they can get a good deal still, but
Yeah.
still seller's market, and you just need to hang out strong. I'm closing 1 tomorrow or Friday, where we got 2 really bad offers before we got the right offer. And I just told that to my client here. It's like, don't worry, we're going to get a good offer. Just, it takes a couple more days than it did in the past.
Yeah. Well, this is a beautiful house. And I see this color quite a bit. And I see it's an excellent color to cover oak cabinets.
It's pretty unique to have that many cabinets in your kitchen. It works really well for them. It was one of the reasons they really liked that house. But
that's 80s or 90s ideas.
Yeah, it's a split level, 1978, wow. I think.
Is it really? Okay. Yeah, that's a lot of cabinets. All right,
and they did a really good job. They had like so much furniture in there, and I made them take it out.
Yeah. Oh no, they did a very good job of staging it.
They did.
Okay. Okay, very good. Mario, how is Idaho?
We're doing great. The weather's great. We have Augie, who has a new listing, a 2-bedroom, 2-bath in a 55 plus community in the amount of 270,000. And Sean listed a 4-bedroom, 3-bath for 459,900. And I hope to close my deal for 444 today. We've had delay after delay, but hopefully today we'll be able to close.
Okay.
Augie has 7 listings at the moment. Jeffrey has 1, and Sean Stewart has 1 as well.
Okay. Very nice. This one I haven't seen. Ponderosa Place, 459,900. I've definitely not seen that. I imagine that's Augie's.
It's Sean that
Oh,
just
this is
came.
Sean Stewart's. Okay. Ah. That house has character.
Yeah, yeah.
Very nice. Yes, they liked cabinets back in the old days. The more cabinets, the better. Okay, that's a nice house.
It is.
Yeah. All right. Very good. Good work, everybody. We got 28 listings while there's a housing shortage. So those will sell. Everything looks very good. Thank you. Just real quick, the Mike Ferry Superstars coming up at the Venetian July 15th, and the Century 21 Florida Experience in July, the Realtor Conference in November. Do we have anything scheduled for in-branch activities? Cook, is
Nothing
anything
yet.
scheduled yet?
Nothing in Portland, but I'll let everyone know as soon as we have something scheduled. We usually work with Lawyer's Title, and they usually present good topics. So I'll announce that as soon as we have that on the books.
I
Okay.
called yesterday to see if we had a date regarding the new forms here in Idaho in the month of July, but there's nothing yet that has been designated as a date yet. So I was hoping to, do a new forms meeting as soon as we are able to do that.
Okay.
We have ours Friday, a lunch and learn in Ridgefield. We're going to go out to a new construction site. And it's funny because that new listing that I got is actually in that neighborhood. So it'll be good timing for my open house probably as well. So yeah, we'll go on Friday and have lunch with Pacific Lifestyles in Chicago Tackle.
Okay.
Woo, woo.
Nice.
Hey, excellent. Excellent. Let's see. So we have some press here. Nick did a podcast. And now where can we find the actual podcast, Nick?
It's on wherever you get your podcast, but it's the direct route would be YouTube Realized Gains.
Realized Gains. Okay. So that's the name of it. And here's just a little teaser of it. Let's play this.
You know, the NAR settlement came out recently, and I know you guys wanted to talk about that. Help us understand, like, what are some of the questions and or myths that you want to dispel?
Well, you know, I think Lisa and I, we're so optimistic. We will get to that stuff that might be tough, and it's out there, and we get frustrated sometimes. We are human beings. I'm glad that buyers' agents are going to be in contract with their clients, respected, and given a chance to really talk about their worth and their skills, and to some degree set boundaries and say, okay, you know, this is how many homes I will show. Let's really get down to what you're looking for, and let's sign a contract and get the pamphlet to you, and let's have this be a true relationship.
I also think that the settlement is based on transparency and services. And transparency meaning, how are we getting paid, and services, what are we providing in order to get paid? Buyers agents used to say, no, our services are free. Our services are not free. No one works for free.
You know, the NAR settlement came out recently.
Very good. Very good. I'm looking forward to hearing that.
It's live today.
and it's live today. And just real quick, so you have this Instagram page, Century 21 North Star. And I see it. So you're also posting
Oh yeah. Play that.
your Tuesday tours.
Yeah, that was St. John's yesterday. It runs for about a minute. We're having fun.
Nice. I saw you have Lisa driving you around in her Porsche.
She did.
Very good. That's the way to go.
Those are on Tuesdays.
They're on Tuesdays. It's like the good old days. Realtors are out there looking at the new inventory.
It's fun.
Imagine
We had- yes. We had a lot of fun with a lot of agents yesterday, and they enjoyed us coming to their home. And you get lunch.
And you get lunch. All right, excellent. Let's get back to the menu here. Okay, how's the market? You want to be, most agents know what's happening. Yes, that's most agents. Good agents understand it. But great agents can explain what's happening. So let's explain what's happening so you can take this information to your clients. The regional MLS statistics, I have it for Portland Metro, Clark County, and I will add the Coos Bay area to that going forward. And I still would like something a little better from Washington and Idaho. If you could look at your MLS and find anything similar to a market action. No, I'm sorry, we have Clark County. So
Yeah,
it'd be-
because RMLS does it, but the Northwest doesn't like break out Longview. It's hard to get just statistics for that area. You have to do
it's
the whole
hard for the
state.
county.
Yeah,
Yeah, I get
especially
them from,
smaller county.
I get them from Realtor.com, but again, they have the same problem too. They're not doing a great job of it either. So, all right, the news on interest rates, according to Freddie Mac, they ticked up again slightly to 7.03, but they were 6.9. They were pretty close to 7 anyway. So this week's upward movement is a result of uncertainty over inflation and an economy that is still fairly resilient. Again, interest rate is suffering because the economy is so strong. They don't, they're worried about inflation. And when they think they have inflation under control, the Federal Reserve will lower their rate, which should lead lenders to lower their rate. And we've had our fingers crossed for 6 months now. But there's the chart, copy it, and you can just drag this onto your desktop, see? And then email it to all of your clients with especially any potential buyers you have, with a real-time update. And so the consumer price index, which is what we're looking at as a rate of inflation, is 3.4, and they keep saying they want it to be 2. And the absorption rate is a seller's market in Portland and Vancouver Metro with 2.3 months of inventory. All right, now this is very interesting, Kung. Houses that are just built to rent out. This is the National Association of Realtors Economists report.
Yeah, it's an interesting topic. You don't see it much on the West, but it's pretty big in other parts of the country. But let's see what the economists have to say about built for rent housing. There's no question that the housing market is in a gridlock, with homeowners unable or unwilling to move due to their low interest rate mortgages. The need for new construction is one solution to this problem, which would alleviate the housing inventory crisis. At the same time, there is a shortage of inventory and home prices have jumped even in a high interest rate environment, making the dream of homeownership completely out of reach for many. First-time buyers are now in their mid to late 30s when they purchase their first property. To reach home ownership, first-time buyers have higher incomes and are wealthier. So what happens to those who cannot reach home ownership today? Well, home builders have seen this data and in turn, an opportunity. They've decided to go for built for rent. Built for rent is the concept of new single-family home construction for the intent of renting. While there has been growth in new home sales and construction activity, multifamily home construction has also grown in recent years. However, an apartment may not have enough square footage for some renters. With this concept, a yard for a pet, space for a home office, and room for a new baby becomes more accessible. Renting a single-family home in a new housing community may also come with amenities not seen in the typical apartment, such as walking paths, pickleball courts, or even shared gardens. So, there are perks to renting a full house. You do get more amenities, you get more space to grow. And builders are seeing that. So they're looking to invest more money into building single family homes for rent. Let's see what else the NAR economist has to say. Calculating data from the US Census Bureau survey of construction data shows that the 1-year growth in a built for rent single family home starts grew to 90 units in 2023 from 81 units in 2022. So there's an increase in these types of properties being built. However, while the number of units rose, the share of all housing starts is significant to watch. The share of built for rent single family homes grew from 5% in 2021 to 10% in 2023, doubling in 2 years. Both the share of homes and the number are the largest numbers collected since 1974 for this segment of the market. You can show the graph, you can see there's a pretty big increase since 1974 for these types of properties. All regions saw an annual increase in built for rent. When looking at the data by region, there was a notable 2-year growth in built for rent single family homes in the Midwest, where it is now 13% of the market, up from 5% in 2021. The Northeast also saw a 2-year rise from 3% to 9%. The increase in the South was smaller at 9%, and the West had the smallest share at 8%. So will the market for this type of construction continue to increase? Perhaps if home buying continues to be out of reach for young adults. They will need a bigger space if they have growing families, or even just a yard for a dog to play in. Built for rent may be their solution, even if temporary, as they save for their down payment for their first home.
Fascinating.
Yeah. Like I said, we don't
Yes.
see much of it in the West Coast, but different parts of the country, this is a good percentage of the properties, 13% in the Midwest.
Okay. Well, on the surface, it's good that they're building houses. We don't know who's going to buy them. But yeah, the older people have the money, they have the cash, so they can afford to buy it and rent it.
Right.
You pretty much have to pay it off to make that business model work, because the price of the house is the price of the house. It's how it's purchased where you can get some savings.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah,
and
interesting
young
article.
people, you need to save your money. That's the lesson here.
Yes.
Yeah, I wish, because it has changed. There were times when younger families could buy houses, and that's clearly not the case today. Not without somebody giving them cash.
Right.
All right, very interesting. We're gonna keep an eye on that. See if we have any of those. What makes it? Is it in the marketing that they're built for rent? They never kind of explained that. What do they care who buys it?
My understanding is these builders don't sell these houses. These are actually still owned by them, and that they just rent it out. But this is such a new concept for me too that I'll have to look into it. Like I said, you don't see much of it in Oregon, especially.
Yeah, I think in around, 2008 or so, there are a lot of builders decided to do rentals for a while too, and then started selling them when the market improved.
Mhm.
But this sounds like they're building them just to rent them.
Mhm.
So, I mean, honestly, having a rental is a way to have a good income for sure.
And they're doing that here in Idaho as well. I've noticed there's several builders who, especially if somebody's like, say, moving from out of state, they're actually offering rentals and for people to temporarily live in one of the homes. And that I'm seeing more and more of that.
Well, that makes a lot of sense. It keeps them working. They have to buy the house themselves and rent it
Mhm.
out, but they can keep building houses. And that's what's needed. So good.
And-
Mhm. Okay. Okay. And Mario, tell us how's the market in Idaho?
Well, the market here in Idaho, Canyon County and Ada County, we're seeing an increase in home prices as interest rates are expected to drop this year. Canyon County is currently a seller's market due to shorter market times and increased prices. The average days on the market is down to 27 days from 36 days. And the median home list price is $599,900 with 1,243 active listings. The interest rates are currently at 7.03% and are expected to go down over time. There's a lot of builders, by the way, offering buy down incentives down to as low as 3.99 or 4.99, depending on whether you get a loan with the builder. This is a great time to list while it's still favorable to sellers and buyers and also benefit from dropping interest rates.
Excellent. Excellent. Good time to buy, good time to sell.
Those average days on market are fantastic.
Yep. Yeah.
And like I said last week, your median home sales price is fantastic too. 5,999. Okay, good. Okay, that's the market. Now you know. Now take this opportunity and send out some emails and make some phone calls and tell your clients that are anticipating doing something right now where the market is today. And let's move on to training and best practices. Consider taking the Accelerate class, which was June 3rd. I think they have one coming up in July also. The virtual Go List, June 4th. And they have one July also. So I need to update those. The 21-day challenge, July 17th to August 15th. That's a 21-day program designed to get a listing while you're in that program. That's what they're going to focus on. That's an excellent thing to do. And we have links here. We have some shortcut links to MoxieWorks University and directly to the MoxieWorks Support Center. And we do have the Social 21 social media playbook. I wanted quick links to those because those are very important. Definitely look at that playbook and see what best practices are on posting on social media. And I was going to do a 3-video series on Tom Ferry and some of the things he has to say. And I decided that can be a 4-video program because I found another video that I liked. So it's just a couple of minutes and let's have a look at this.
And over time, create massive amounts of momentum and change. Little things done over time. So for years, I keep telling people that, if this is your goal and these are your behaviors, we need to align your behaviors, and that's where you get the huge breakthrough you want in your business. It's very easy to say this and do this in a seminar, and people physically understand that if this is what I'm committed to, this is the direction, but my behaviors are over here, I need to align it. The question is, how do I begin to align my behaviors? And what I've studied and what I've discovered in my work is that people get this, but what they try and do is they try and do these massive, big changes. Like, I'm going to go from never working out to trying to run a marathon. And that's admirable, and I appreciate the big thinking. What I know, though, over time, it's like Jeff Olson wrote about it in The Slight Edge a million years ago, that little things done over time create massive amounts of momentum and change. Little things done over time. You know, they say making your bed every day is an excellent way to start your day with power, right? Getting up on time. The little things, right? Do the thing, have the power. Do not the thing, have not the power. We hear these phrases over and over again. So the advice that I would say to people when you're thinking about maybe the disconnect between your goals and your ambition and your drive and your behaviors, don't think about these big, massive changes. You know, I'm going to go from never prospecting to making 20 calls a day, right? How about like make 2? How about send 2 text messages and do it over and over and over and over and over and over, and having that self-accountability to do it over and over and over. That discipline becomes a behavior, and when it becomes a behavior over time, you're aligned, and that's where the breakthrough begins. Now, you should Google this. There's a lot of talk about this 21 days to develop a habit, right? You've seen it, I've seen it, a lot of people talk about it. Let me tell you right now, it's BS, right? It doesn't work. The science actually shows that it's in the 80 to 90 days of doing these little behaviors over and over again that it actually becomes a behavior. It becomes a way of being for you. So I like to talk about 90-day cycles, right? When I'm looking to create a breakthrough in my life, it's not, you know, can I do yoga for 30 days? Or, you know, can I run 3 times a week for a month? I'm looking at, can I do something for 90 days? 90 days, a little bit every single day for 90 days, and that's where you get the massive breakthrough. So I would say to you, stop looking for the quantum leap and start looking for the daily discipline, because that's where the breakthrough lives.
Sounds about right.
Sounds about right. Good stuff. Reminds me, there's a book out there by a Navy admiral, which is, you know, I think it's just called Get Up and Make Your Bed or something like that. And he says that's the most important part of his day, is getting up and making the bed. It's a time to think, and it's a time to put everything in line, that your day is going to be organizing and things like that. Is it possible? I love that. It's been thrown out so much, how long it takes. It takes 3 weeks to develop a habit. I don't think you can develop a habit of doing something that you hate to do, though. So,
Interesting point.
so think about that when you choose activities that you should do. And if you say, you know, I really should do this, but I absolutely hate it. I can't find any pleasure in it. And maybe it's not the thing for you.
You know, that's a good point. Like, I think our ultimate goal is we like to sell real estate, but there are aspects of the career that maybe we don't like. And that kind of goes back to, like, I hated auditioning, and I had an acting coach look at me and say, well, learn how to love it. You know, I don't know how to tell you. You love the outcome. You want that outcome, and that's just a part of it. So figure out how to like it.
Exactly. Yeah. And the same thing with exercise. Exercise, you know, if you can't find some pleasure in exercising, you're probably doing it wrong. So think about that.
Like, instead of running on a treadmill, go play tennis, because it's a lot more fun than running on a treadmill.
That's right.
Or slow
find
the
the
treadmill down.
Yeah, there you go. Find the activity that you like.
Then just put that into real estate. You just say, well, I hate cold calling, but I love talking to people in person. Well, this is the weather to go door knocking. This is the time.
Yep.
All right. Very good. Very good. So Shauna, do you want to share your screen, or do you want me to pull something up?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Okay,
can
go right
share my
ahead.
screen.
Go ahead.
Okay, I will. As soon as I can, there we go.
It looks like we're going to go to the C21 brand studio on
Mhm.
29.
Yep. We'll do this one. Okay, can you see my 21 online?
Yes.
Okay, so I signed into 21 online and I am gonna go to the brand studio. So they made this super easy. And I just want to say, you guys have the best real estate company, the biggest, the best, the most well-known. And when you close deals, you're paying for that franchise fee because you have all this stuff. So be proud of the company that you work for, because believe it, people come to Century 21 for help because they know the name. I don't know how many times it's happened over the last years that I've worked that people said, no, we use Century 21 when we sold our house back in whatever year it was, and we're going to work with Century 21. That's going to happen more times than it's going to happen to the other brands. People just know it and trust it. So be proud of that company that you work for and take advantage of all the things that they're giving you. They have all the tools. You just have to go use it. I was going to quickly show you real quick. Every week you should get an email that's called Agent's Edge. Don't just delete this, you guys. Open it up and look at it, because they're giving you all the best stuff right here. Take advantage of MoxieWork interactive experience. The new MoxieWorks campaigns. They're going to show you all these things. So, don't just delete that. Spend some time and get to know the tools that are available to you. So this one here, the brand studio, right here. Click on this. It says leveraging social media. Start now. Click on that. And you have all these different things that you can do. But what I wanted to show you is something that I like, because I'm not always super good at social media because I don't enjoy it. So but I have a lot of I have posts, and if I go open it, I notice that you guys are seeing my posts because you're liking them. So I have what they have here is called the Event Holiday Auto Poster. So you click on that and it gives you little hints on what you can do. But I just went ahead and opted for all of them. So every holiday, there's 2 choices. Like I could uncheck one of these so that only one of them posts, but I say, why not do both? So, and yeah, there is a lot in June here. We have Happy Father's Day, Flag Day, and then 4th of July. So all you have to do is subscribe to it. I'm already subscribed, so the little button is not subscribe, it's unsubscribed. Or I can make a change. It looks to me like I have some changes I want to make, and I would just push update and it'll save those changes. But that is so easy, you guys. And then it goes on my social media. I don't even have to think about it. I do know that you're going to need a business Instagram page and a business Facebook for that to work, because it won't post to a personal. So just get that stuff lined up. And as always, if you have a question, hit the help button or a call for tech support, and they will walk you through connecting your social media and things like that. I know several people had a little bit of hiccups with that, but they called and got it worked out. They have fantastic support there, you guys. So use these assets. I was going to show you another part of this is you can go into your asset library, and there's tons of stuff that you can do in here, like my assets. If you want your logos, oh, that's just my pictures. Hi. You can get just your brand's logos right here. You can make campaigns. You can do all sorts of things. You can create anything you want to create. Spend some time getting to know it. And if you have a question, just reach out and somebody can help you with that. You've got your Moxie website, you've got your Moxie campaigns. They've come up with some really cool new campaigns. So you want to go in there and check those out. John goes over every week. The university has tons of stuff that you can go and learn, and whatever level you're at, there's a class and there's other people that you can talk to and learn from on the university. So I say spend some time in here, get to know your tools, because I mean, they're available for you, but you have to go in there and learn how to use them.
Hey, excellent stuff. Excellent stuff. And those are the holiday cards that I use for these blogs.
Right. Yeah. Or if you don't want to do that, just go to our blog and steal it from there. John's already put it there for you.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, we covered a lot of things today. Excellent. Then let's call it a day. I will let you get back to work. A lot of good stuff. And we're here for you. Welcome everybody in Coos Bay. And we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good meeting.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
This is our time. No, this is our
century. Our gold shines bright because this is a network unlike any other. 135,000 affiliated agents across 84 countries and territories in almost every Spanish-speaking country in the world. This is the most recognized name in real estate, the most respected brand in the industry. That has a nice ring to it. The leader in brand awareness 25 years in a row. This is earning accolades, more accolades, and more. Okay, that's a lot. This is making an impression. Over 27 billion of them. This is showing up big. Here, here, and all across here. Oh, and not just for clients, for the community. We're lifting up others with us. This is not resting on a legacy. This is running on it. Taking all that's been learned and seen and taught and dreamed over the past 50 years to shape and fuel the next 100. Century 21. This is our century. This is our time.